who's hooked onto technology and why we're hooked on technology. Hey there, I'm Joe Henson, the founder of Sunset Coast Family Therapy, and we get a lot of great clients. We get a lot of great people coming through our doors, and I'm seeing this rise in challenges over the holiday in particular. Is that there is a lot more dependency upon technology, and I lead a weekly group called Digital Dependency. If you're interested, we'll put a link down below. Happy to have anyone that wants to join. But I'm here not to talk about that. I'm here to actually talk about some of the challenges I've seen over this recent holiday event, and that there is a lot of struggle for families right now with kids, with themselves, of who's hooked onto technology and why we're hooked on technology, right? So we had a slow period, we had a wind down, and I'm hoping everybody had a great time, spend time with family. But what I've seen is screens popping up, and a lot of different reasons for that. But the biggest issue I've seen is that we're putting a phone between us and our families, or our kids are putting a phone or a computer or a gaming console between them and the family, not wanting to spend time with others. And it starts off pretty innocently. It starts off with saying, "Hey, I need some downtime. I need my brain to recover. My mind's been everywhere, so I just want a couple moments to zone out and forget about everything." And there's some alternatives to that, and that's not inherently a bad thing. It's when it becomes a bigger issue. So, when does it become a bigger issue? So, one topic that was heavy on me this week is uh, someone close to me said that their child went online and they were struggling a fair bit with computers, and somebody propositioned them online. They caught it quick and they came to their parents and said, "Hey, this doesn't seem right." And boy, that's a scary moment for any parent. I wouldn't want to be in that position. Nobody does. So they handled it well. They actually said, "Well, this is not okay. We want to remove you from that game. We're going to report this person. We're going to send them to the game channels, whoever runs it, the admin's email, and report that somebody's propositioning children online." So they did that quite frequently. And thank goodness they were such connected parents that their child was willing to come to them and talk to them about that. Right? There's some healthy boundaries. That's maybe 1 in 5 kids that are that close to their parents nowadays that is willing to come to them, and it's a big issue. It's a big issue because what happens if that child didn't tell their parents and decided to entertain the idea? That's a scary thought. So that's some of the stuff we deal with. That's some of the stuff we work on here in the clinic at times, is we get some pretty heavy situations, and from that, I really want to just help everyone be more alert, intuitive, and in touch with their family. And I go to the other point on that one is they were so in touch that their child was willing to come and approach them on that. They weren't just connected for their own devices. And that's a big part of us leading by example, right? We have the holiday that was around. How many of us just really wanted to zone out and recover from our work life, our stress life? And I'm going to present some ways to fix that. But if we're putting our phones up, if we're going online, if we're putting our own barrier between us and our family members, that presents its own unique challenge in that they don't feel that they can approach us. And then we start having this dependency upon technology for relaxation, that then we're unobservant to the things around us. So that's what I want to highlight for everyone is, can we be more observant and connected with family? And are we utilizing our downtime? Are we using our technology in the most rightful way for recovery if we're feeling a decrease in energy? Or is it just presenting itself a wall? So my solution to this is just start getting to a pattern of routine and consistency with how you want to spend time with your loved ones and for yourself. A big one I tell every single one of my clients is when we've had such a hard work day that we get home and all we want to do is put a screen up, there's a challenge there. But we do need a transition time. If you drive to work, like many of us do, and I'm here in this lovely office, I tell you, I do drive a good bit to get here, is Utilize a transition time. Take 20 minutes from getting home to say, I need to recover a bit. And sometimes we might not feel we have that 20 minutes. So if you can't do 20, why not 5? Why not 10? Ideally, about 20 is a good way to get our mind at ease. And sit down away from family and give yourself 20 minutes to breathe. I recommend going through the threes breathing technique. I like threes. There's others like box breathing and other breathing sensations, but the threes is good in that you breathe in through your nose for 3 seconds, you hold your breath for 3 seconds, and you breathe out for 3 seconds. And you can guess, you do it 3 times. So, a little bit of breathing to start. And then be mindful. Get yourself some mindfulness going for just sitting there and thinking a bit about how to let go of the stress, let go of what's frustrating you at home, at work, and enjoy your time. Enjoy that moment where you're just feeling that you gotta sit there, close your eyes, and maybe need to set a timer so you wake up for a nap real quick so that you can transition from the work or the stressful day to then being able to engage more mindfully with your family. Spending that time to then go over to your child and talk to them and say, hey, here's what I'd like to discuss with you today. I'd like to know what you're up to. I want to know about your games. I want to know about what you're doing. And if you do have young ones, and I would say let's even do a variation of this with our other adult loved ones, is a real simple technique I stole from the Montessori school. And I got to give Montessori a good shout out. They have a lot of good approaches for kids for mindfulness, but it's called a rose, a bud, and a thorn. And in that technique, the first part is saying, hey, what's going really great today? What was awesome? What was the rose of your day? And have your loved one answer. Today was a great day. I managed to cook something delicious. Or your child saying, I did really well playing soccer on the field today and I scored a goal. That's great. The bud, like a rosebud, is what's yet to come. So, what might be a fun event coming up or something they're really looking forward to? Even with a loved one, what are you looking forward to this week? Right? And then the thorn. What's not been going so hot? What kind of pricked you? What caught you off guard? That's a good discussion. But then it opens up this avenue of conversation that's non judgmental, frequent, and quite enjoyable and short. There's the big one. This is not this long, drawn out 3 day conversation. It's very quick. And it's spending about 5 to 10 extra minutes with those around you to open up avenues of conversation where they can approach you. And that ties me back into the start of this one, is saying that having those approach you in open and lovely conversation also makes you feel more welcome at home. So you got to start it with a technique or activity for yourself. And a lot of that's a transition. So if you're interested in more, I'm here doing these videos to help the community, help the world if I can. Hopefully we eventually get down there, but that's a really long goal from where I'm sitting right now. Explore the opportunities and love with family. Sunset Coast Family Therapy is here to help. So leave us comments, shoot us messages. This whole purpose is just to get out there and allow me as a licensed therapist to showcase and reach out for support for the community. I look forward to talking to you soon. Sunset Coast, where love finds a way, mending hearts.